Hey, good morning. Today we continue with our daily reading of the Word. We are coming out of the book of Joshua, chapter 20, as always stated prior to reading. Get to a church that has Sunday school or Bible study where the Word can be broken down and shared for you more easily for an understanding. Also, get with some friends who have church with themselves, just worshiping amongst themselves, and share the Word and get some understanding amongst one another. Also, get you a Bible that you can read, NIV, King James, whatever version is easier for you to read and understand. But most importantly, above all the things I've mentioned prior, call upon the Lord and ask Him for wisdom. If you knock at His door, He will open the door up for you and give you wisdom if that is what you seek. Amen. Joshua chapter 20 reads as follows. Then the Lord said to Joshua, tell the Israelites to designate the cities of refuge, as I instructed you through Moses, so that anyone who kills a person accidentally and unintentionally may flee there and find protection from the avenger of blood. When they flee to one of these cities, they are to stand in the entrance of the city gate and state their case before the elders of the city. The elders are to admit the fugitive into the city and provide a place to live among them. If the avenger of blood comes in pursuit, the elders must not surrender the fugitive, because the fugitive killed their neighbor unintentionally and without malice or forethought. They are to stay in that city until they have stood trial before the assembly and until the death of the high priest who is serving at that time. They may go back to their own home in the town from which they fled. So they set apart Kadesh in Galilee, in the hill country of Naphtali, Shechem in the hill country of Ephraim, and Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron, in the hill country of Judah. East of the Jordan on the other side from Jericho, they designated Bezer in the wilderness on the plateau, in the tribe of Reuben, Ramoth and Gilead in the tribe of Gad, and Golan and Bashan in the tribe of Manasseh. Any of the Israelites or any foreigner residing among them who killed someone accidentally could flee to these designated cities and not be killed by the avenger of blood prior to standing trial before the assembly. Joshua chapter 21. Now the family heads of the Levites approached Eleazar the priest, Joshua son of Nun, and the heads of the other tribal families of Israel at Shiloh in Canaan, and said to them, the Lord commanded through Moses that you give us towns to live in, with pasture lands for our livestock. So as the Lord had commanded, the Israelites gave the Levites the following towns and pasture lands out of their own inheritance. The first lot came out of the Kohathites according to their clans. The Levites, who were descendants of Aaron the priest, were allotted 13 towns from the tribes of Judah, Simeon, and Benjamin. The rest of Kohath's descendants were allotted 10 towns from the clans of the tribes of Ephraim, Dan, and half of Manasseh. The descendants of Gershon were allotted 13 towns from the clans of the tribes of Issachar, Asher, Naphtali, and the half tribe of Manasseh and Bashan. The descendants of Merari, according to their clans, received 12 towns from the tribes of Reuben, Gad, and Zebulun. So the Israelites allotted to the Levites these towns and their pasture lands as the Lord had commanded through Moses. From the tribes of Judah and Simeon they allotted the following towns by name. These towns were assigned to the descendants of Aaron, who were from the Kohathite clans of the Levites, because of the first lot fell to them. They gave them Kiriath Arba, that is Hebron, which is its surrounding pasture land in the hill country of Judah. Arba was the forefather of Anak, but the fields and villages around the city they had given to Caleb, son of Jephunneh, as his possession. So the descendants of Aaron the priest so to the descendants of Aaron the priest they gave Hebron, a city of refuge for one accused of murder. Libnah, Jatir, Eshtamoa, Holon, Debir, An, Juttah, and Beth Shemesh, together with their pasture lands, 9 towns from these 2 tribes. And from the tribe of Benjamin they gave them Gibeon, Geba, Anathoth, and Almon, together with their pasture lands, 4 towns. The total number of towns for the priests, the descendants of Aaron, came to 13, together with their pasture lands. The rest of the Kohathite clans of the Levites were allotted towns from the tribe of Ephraim. In the hill country of Ephraim, they were given Shechem, a city of refuge for one accused of murder, in Gezer, Kibzam, and Beth Haron. together with their pasture lands for 4 towns. Also from the tribe of Dan they received Eltekeh, Gibbethon, Ajalon, and Gath Rimmon, together with their pasture lands, 4 towns. From half the tribe of Manasseh they received Tanakh and Gath Rimmon, together with their pasture lands, 2 towns. All these 10 towns and their pasture lands were given to the rest of the Korahite clans. The Levite clans of the Gershonites were given, from the half tribe of Manasseh, Golan and Bashan, a city of refuge for one accused of murder, and Beesharah, together with their pasture lands, 2 towns. From the tribe of Issachar, Kishion, Debereth, Jarmuth, and Engana, together with their pasture lands, 4 towns. From the tribe of Asher, Mishah, Abdon, Helkadah, and Rehob, together with their pasture lands, 4 towns. From the tribe of Naphtali, Kadesh in Galilee, a city of refuge for one accused of murder, Hamath, Dor, and Katarn, together with their pasture lands, 3 towns. The total number of towns of the Gershonite clans came to 13, together with their pasture lands. The Merari clans, the rest of the Levites, were given from the tribe of Zebulun. Jokneam, Kertah, Dimnah, and Nahal, together with their pasture lands, 4 towns. From the tribe of Reuben, Bezir, Jahaz, Gedimoth, and Methoth, together with their pasture lands, 4 towns. From the tribe of Gad, Ramoth and Gilead, a city of refuge for one accused of murder, Menahem, Heshbon, and Jazer, together with their pasture lands, 4 towns in all. The total number of towns allotted to the Merarite clans, who were the rest of the Levites, came to 12. The towns of the Levites in the territory held by the Israelites were 48 in all, together with their pasture lands. Each of these towns had pasture land surrounding it. This was true for all these towns. So the Lord gave Israel all the land he had sworn to give their ancestors, and they took possession of it and settled there. The Lord gave them the rest on every side, just as he had sworn to their ancestors. Not one of their enemies withstood them. The Lord gave all their enemies into their hands. Not one of the Lord's good promises to Israel failed. Everyone was fulfilled. Amen and amen.